The concept of faith, or holding on to a set of belief very strongly, has been one of the driving forces in our society since the ancient times. After all, with limited information, humans require something, a guiding principle, to operate on as we live our lives. And if you think about it, it's something that has been happening at every level of society for a very long time. We've been told to listen to our parents, we've been told to listen to our family, our elders, our grandparents, been told to listen to our bosses, to our government. And it's understandable because when we're just starting out learning, we're not that strong yet. We need something to hold on to, and especially in the early days where we don't have that much information yet. So the concept of faith is not necessarily 100% a bad thing. You need faith to start out, to get yourself going, but it shouldn't be the only thing in your engine that drives you. You should thrive to find out for yourself whether the information you receive is trustworthy or true, so that your outlook on life is given the chances to grow and evolve. Especially in today's world where you have so many sources of information, you have the internet, there are so many channels of information that you can go to. So to a certain extent, there are two things that you should be able to do for yourself. The first thing is to verify whether or not that information you receive is trustworthy or true. And the second thing is to develop your own set of opinions. The problem with absolute faith, or holding on strongly to a belief, is that you take that as an extension of who you are. And so whenever new information arises that challenge that belief, you see that as a personal attack on who you are. What happens is that you deny them and you start looking for more information, which is actually a good thing, but not for the purpose of learning, but for the purpose of confirming what you already believe and trying to deny those new information. What's even worse is that sometimes you can shut off entirely, from receiving any information that might potentially jeopardize or conflict with your existing information or belief, even if they are well-grounded. And the reason why I want to talk about this in this video is because I see the world in crisis, with the ongoing pandemic, especially for developing nations where I see a lot of mismanagement of resources. I see a lot of misinformation to the public. And so the world, the society, is being split into two. Especially with the existing technology of algorithm on social media platforms, we are being constantly fed with information to confirm our existing belief, to hear what we want to hear. And that polarizes our society even further, pulling us to one side or another, splitting the world into two more than ever. And this is dangerous because society moves forward through the learning of its people. You see, there will always be politicians, there will always be people in power with their own personal agendas for their own personal gains, but we have to recognize that as a part of society, we, the people, are accountable for the existence of these people in power and do the things that they're currently doing. We allow them to be where they are now because instead of being open, we choose to ignore. We allow them to be where they are now because instead of being objective, we choose to listen to only our preferred information. We allow them to be there because instead of finding out the truth, we choose to find out who we want to listen to, who we want to believe. When you're in a game of choosing who you want to believe, you are already bound to one side or another, and it's not a good place to be for growth. So take this opportunity with the current ongoing pandemic, the crisis, and with the existing technologies that we have to be free, to explore, to start asking questions, to start being critical, and learn for yourself the things that are going on around you. Now that you know how powerful the changes can be, if the people in a society starts thinking for themselves and start asking questions, I hope we will all realize that we should now stop believing and start seeing, explore the truth using the amazing tools that we have. So the next time that you hear new information or some kind of news that is already confirming what you believe, how about taking a minute to really think about it and explore if there are any other aspects or side to the story that you may never have thought about before. And that's it for this video. Again, if you like the content, be sure to hit that like button and press subscribe. Windscope out.